Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to Apron Strings. It's been a minute since I was here, I know, but we've had some crazy weather, and I just kind of hadn't been in the mood for the kitchen, so I hadn't made a video. I'll just be honest. But I thought today I would make a pasta dish. I love anything pasta, and this is made with egg noodles, and it's not hard. It's not going to take a long time. I had thawed some cube steaks, and I'm going to have to cook those today. So I'm going to make a chicken fried steak, and this is going to be the starch that we have with it, and I'll fix some broccoli or green beans or something to go with it. But I'm going to make Jackie Kennedy's noodle casserole, and I always admired her. I was in like the second grade when he was elected president a few days ago, and through the years I have enjoyed reading about her. I liked the way that she kept her children out of the limelight and let them have a private life. And one thing I read that she said, if we save the whole world and I lose my children, I'm a failure. So her focus was on her children and their well-being, and I just admired her. So when I ran across this recipe, of course the title of it caught my attention. And who knows if it was really her recipe or not, but it's plain and simple and kind of a classic like she was. So first thing we have to do, we have to boil a pound of egg noodles. Now I usually like the medium egg noodles, but all I've been able to find without making them homemade, and I didn't want to do that, was it says wide, but they're not extremely wide. But I'm going to get some water on over here and get these boiled, and then you just assemble everything into the hot noodles, so it won't be long. But let's get this pot filled with water. I've told y'all before how much I enjoy my pot filler here. Get me some water in here. Remember, if you're cooking pasta, the only way that you can really get any seasoning into your pasta product is to season it in the liquid that you boil it in. So I'm just going to put some salt in here. I'm not going to put anything else. But I do want them to have a little bit of, I don't want them to be bland, even though we're seasoning the dish real well. When that water gets to boiling, I'll bring y'all back. We'll put the noodles in and cook them about 7 minutes, and then we'll get everything else in it. I've got 1 pound package of egg noodles. My water's boiling. I'm going to put a little bit of salt in here. And add my noodles, and I'll set my timer for about 7 minutes and check them, because I don't want them mushy, but I want them done. I don't like any crunch left in mine. This rug, the back is gone, I guess, because it keeps scooting it. It's called a throw rug. It's probably going to throw me. I got to do something about that. All right. Let it come back up to a boil and boil about 7 minutes, and then we'll drain them and put the rest of the ingredients together. Okay, y'all, they're done, and I'm going to take them over here to the sink and drain them. Then I'll be right back here at the butcher block and we'll put the stuff in them. I'll shake them a little bit, make sure I get a bunch of that liquid out. Be surprised when you shake it around how much more comes out. Put me down a heat catcher there. Okay, now we need to add in at least a tablespoon of butter, but I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of butter. The recipe says a tablespoon or more, and more is better when it's butter or bacon. And I'm just going to stir that a little bit, get it melted. It's cold here today. Angie from Angie's Pantry lives in Michigan, and she laughed at me saying we were freezing to death and it wasn't going to get above 40. It was 13 there. Okay, now I'm going to add in a teaspoon of salt and about 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, and guess what else? onion and garlic powder. Now the recipe card don't call for it, but I put a teaspoon of garlic and 2 teaspoons of onion powder into my noodles. I love pasta. Okay, I need a cup of cottage cheese and I need a cup of sour cream. So let me get that in there. And I like the small curd cottage cheese. Y'all can get whatever kind you want. There's my cottage cheese. Now, get in there. Get me some sour cream. A lot of times when I make stuff, y'all know I put sour cream and cream cheese together. So this is going to have kind of the same effect. I think I'm going to empty this one. I'll just put what's left in there because there's not much. Actually, there was just about 2 tablespoons of the cottage cheese left, so I'm just going to go ahead and add it as well. Get those out of my ice box. Put that in there to get the goodie off of it. I'm wasting on that goodie. Let me put these in the sink. Now I sprayed my container here with a pan. You don't have to do that. I just like for it to come out good when I start to serve it. So now I need to add in, it called for a ½ cup of chives. I didn't have chives in the house and it's cold and raining outside and I didn't go up to the bed to get any. So I just used green onion blades and they work the same. Now you can put this in your dish, sprinkle some mozzarella or whatever kind of cheese you like on the top and put it in the oven and cook it and have, you know, like a casserole like. You could add some boiled shrimp to it and it would be really good. I used to make a shrimp salad that was celery, green onions and their blades, shrimp and mayonnaise and black pepper and salt. My Aunt Helen taught me that and it was delicious. So when I was looking at the recipe, I thought, man, some boiled shrimp in there sure would kick that up a little bit. And I've got shrimp in the freezer. I like to buy the pink Argentine shrimp from Costco. They are sweet. They've been compared to lobster. They're very sweet. I think 2 pounds, when I started buying them, they were like $15. Now they're $19. But that goes a long ways for us. So anyway, if you want to try those, they're very good. And they're wild caught. I like that too. But I'm not going to go thaw some and boil them. I'm just going to have plain noodles today. So let me get this in my dish and then I'm going to taste of it, show y'all how good it is. Oh, piddle sticks. That pot is so heavy to Now, if you got somebody that don't like the texture of the cottage cheese, get your immersion blender and blend it with the sour cream ahead of time. It'll, you know, you won't have the same texture in your noodles, but you can disguise it. Told y'all that my friend's grandkids calls it cottage dip, and they dip. Wise mama that taught them that from kids, they don't know the difference. They dip it with chips, so they're getting protein when they're thinking they're having a snack. Because cottage cheese has lots of protein in it. And you might want more onions in yours. That's up to you. Let me get a spoon. Or a fork. And I'll show y'all up close in a minute what it looks like. I want a bite of it with everything on it. It's hot. That is very good to be so plain. I'd like a piece of salmon or something like that with it. Piece of baked chicken breast. Maybe a salad. That would be a wonderful meal. So today I'm going to eat like Jackie Kennedy. I'm going to have me some of her casserole. And I'm going to cook that cube steak because I got to, because I thought it. I actually, tell the truth, thought I was getting out a package of ground beef because I didn't practice what I preached and I didn't label it. And so I thought some cube steak. And then I had to thaw my ground meat in my skillet. So I'm going to cook it before it ruins. There's just 3 pieces, but we'll enjoy that today. I'll fry Troy's as usual, and I may cook mine with some bell peppers and tomatoes, kind of Salisbury steak or whatever you call that. That's how I like it. I hope y'all are staying warm wherever you're at. And if you're having snow, I hope you're enjoying that and having a snowball fight. We're just wading in mud puddles. The road, we've had so much rain that our road up there, the highway, it's washed big potholes out, and there'll be 6 or 8 cars on the side of the road with blowouts from hitting those potholes. Well, then when the rain stops, they come back and patch the patches. Enough for a day or two, and then when we get some more rain, the same thing happens again. And you know what? The highway department doesn't take liability. So we've had people that have lost, one woman had 2 blowouts at the time on her car, and a lot of people have lost 1 tire. So we'll be glad when weather levels out for more than one reason. I want to plant a garden and be able to get outside and enjoy it. And I want this road to be safe, and I want them to finish the construction up there where we can just zip to town and back and not have to worry about what if the traffic's going to be at a dead standstill. Listen, I don't even have time to talk to y'all about all of the controversy that's being talked about on the channels and in our world. Controversy about the eggs, the chicken's not producing eggs because of something that's been done to the feed. Very possible. Do I believe it? Yeah, I do. Dairy products are in a shortage. Some of your canned goods are hard to find. You know, I've been telling y'all for 3 years now to get a little bit something extra in your pantry. It would be wise to do that. And let me tell you something else. Eat fresh when you can, because you know what's in it. We don't know what's been snuck into our food, and we're eating it without knowing. So when you can make it at home, grind your own wheat berries, make your own bread, can your own vegetables, then you know what you're eating. And I'm not just a crazy old lady. If you'll just listen, that's just a wise statement. Y'all need to follow it. The good Lord bless and keep you. I'll do my best to be back in a day or 2 with some more videos. Got some things I want to do. I guess I just kind of had burnout and I just didn't do any. So I'm ready to get back on my wagon and roll again. So we'll be having some more good videos. Y'all take care of yourself and stay warm, and hit that little bell where you'll be notified when I do make a video. And we'll gather back around this butcher block, or we'll walk around the backyard. Oh y'all, it's a mess out there right now. It's a mess out there with all the rain. I told y'all one day we got about 7 inches of rain, and then we've had more since then. We've had lots of rain. But at least it didn't get down and freeze everything, because we'd had a block of ice to walk on. We'd just stayed in the house. Anyway, I'll see y'all again in a day or 2.